check out our new sponsor, the Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfellow Unboxing at 18% off of all their natural products from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. All right, man, I'm going to kick some more game on this Gervonta Tank Davis, Gary Russell, Tevin Farmer thing. All right. Floyd Mayweather said this after the post-press conference, but I'll put an article link in the description. He said Gary Russell is a solid fight, but Gary Russell does not fight at 130 pounds. And that's the given reason why Gervonta Tank Davis won't be fighting Gary Russell. I'll get to Tevin in the middle of the video. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the videos. Appreciate the little support. You dig, man. And if you want to make a donation, share the video. Best donation you can make, right? And last time I checked, Tank fought a 122-pounder. He's fought 126 pounders. He's fought bantamweights, featherweights. You know, he ain't fought nobody coming down really from lightweight to super featherweight. So how does that, I'm just saying, how does that disqualify Gary Russell as an opponent? That's a big regional fight in the DMV. On the East Coast, that's a huge fight. You know, necessarily don't have to be in the DMV. That can be at the Barclays Center and bring people from Baltimore, D.C., the whole DMV, Philadelphia, New York. That's a very interesting fight. You know, but how can you sit there with a straight face and say, well, he doesn't compete at 130? Gervonta Tank Davis don't fight nothing but 122, 126 pound fighters. You know, and at the end of the day, Mayweather is making Tank look bad out here. Even though he taking the grunt of the blame and he doing what he's supposed to do as a promoter and protect this fighter, it's at the point is that they saying take a superstar. To be a superstar, to be a pay-per-view star, don't you got to fight people? Don't you got to unify? He ain't fought nobody since he fought Jose Pedraza. Every fight he had since Pedraza, none of the fighters he's fought can beat Pedraza or beat the Pedraza at the time. She can't beat him now. So how can you beat Pedraza, get a belt, and everything else after that be a decline? Jesus Clayar, who he won the belt, I was there that night in the Barclays Center. He beat him for a belt that was supposed to be the regular belt. Mayweather allegedly paid the WBA to make that the Super WBA belt. They paid for him to become a champ. He ain't no real champ. He ain't no real two-time champion. He won the IBF versus Pedraza. He's a one-time champion. And he lost that belt on the scales. I think first Forsaker on the biggest stage he ever fought on, that was on the Mayweather-Conor McGregor undercard. He bull-jobbed around where he could have made a big impression on that card, and he came in fat and lazy. And you dismissed Gary Russell being a 126-pounder, but you fought Clayard coming off a loss from 126 in his first fight, I believe, at 130. You can't make this up. Do they believe in the kid or don't they believe in the kid? That's the question. Because everybody in the boxing world believe, it's a few people out here, but everybody believe he'll smoke Gary Russell. Okay, you want to build a star? You got to build a regional star before you can have a international star, right? Before you can have a national star and then an international star. You have to build a regional star. You got the perfect fight. You got a 126-pound fighter in Gary Russell. Good hand speed, but he ain't the biggest puncher at 26, so I assume he won't be the biggest puncher at 130. Right? You the bigger guy. Why not make it? Then you can start selling him as somewhat of as a star. Fight Gary Russell. Then if you make you feel comfortable, Leo Santa Cruz think he can beat him. Fight him at 126. Okay? Then you can try to unify with Tevin Farmer. And I'll get to him in a minute. Fight him. Then get your feet wet at 130. All this should have been in play, to be honest. Then at 130, he should have fought a Fortuna to get him ready for the awkward style of Lomachenko. Maybe a Shavakov around there to get your feet wet. Do they believe in Gervonta or don't they believe in Gervonta is the question. That's the $1 million question. Do you believe in Gervonta or don't you believe in Gervonta? And they sit here, he done 15,000 at Royal Farms. That's a beautiful thing that his community got his back, right? They don't care who he was fighting. Goliath, Crackhead Dan, Dave Chappelle. He could have been fighting Floyd Mayweather for all that mattered. But you can sell him to the city of Baltimore, But you can't sell him to the boxing world, the hardcore boxing world. You can't sell him being a star. He only did 553,000 viewerships on Showtime. You can't sell him being a star. And he has regressed since he fought for his first world title in Jose Pedraza. You can't tell us that he pound for pound and he ain't never moved up. He ain't never fought nobody at his weight class, let alone, other than Pedraza, anybody that's prominent. He got the blueprint to be a superstar right now. He got the blueprint to be a star. He can fight Leo Santa Cruz. He can fight Gary Russell. He can fight Tevin. He can try to get a fight with Burchett. He can try to warm up. He can try to move up and warm up versus Comey. He could have fought Rob Reisha Jr. He could fight Javier Fortuna. And then he could fight Lomachenko and really be a star, pay-per-view star. And Mayweather promotion, well, he can fight on Rising. He gonna fight on Rising. He gonna fight. I mean, Gervonta is looking like the biggest joke in boxing. He is. He right up there with Tevin Farmer himself, Gennady Golovkin. They right there. They the triplets. You know what I'm saying? A guy that fight once a year, a guy that's significantly smarter than you, a guy that you got more power than, and you scared to fight him? Y'all, oh, he don't fight at 26. What about Jesus Clayar? He didn't fight at, I mean, he fight at 26. He said he don't fight at 30. Jesus Clayar ain't fought at 30. You know what I'm saying? Y'all fighting, I mean, Hugo Ruiz didn't fight at 130. Abner Mares didn't fight at 130. He was jumping up to 130 to fight Gervonta before Tank was the reason that fight didn't happen in the first place. Tank got in trouble in Dallas, allegedly did some things. He was out of shape, and they were scared that he wasn't going to make the weight by November, December to fight Abner Mares. So they pushed the fight back because he wasn't in no type of shape. And then when they pushed the fight back to what it was February, Abner Mares, he had a detached retina in camp. So, I mean, you had 3 potential opponents that never fought in a row at 130 pounds. Clayar, I believe. Mares could have been an opponent. Hugo Ruiz has never fought up there. Or they fought well below that weight limit before that. But you trying to sit here and dismiss Gary Russell, say that's a solid fight. But if y'all all about numbers, y'all about money, y'all about making him a real star, what's wrong with fighting Gary Russell? It's a winnable fight. They don't believe in the kid. They don't believe in his ability. Well, he only 23 years old, Leonard. He 23, 24, Leonard. How old is Tank? 23? He's a kid. If they're going to use that as an excuse, his age as an excuse, just give up the belt. You ain't a real WA champion no way. You's a regular champion. If they always going to use your excuse, when you a champion, it ain't time to get ready. I'm almost ready. We close to ready. Either you're ready or you're not. Drop the belt. You know, but him and Tevin Farmer, that ain't nothing but a glorified tune-up. And Floyd Mayweather really turned down offers for Tevin Farmer. Floyd Mayweather stopped him from fighting Tevin Farmer. If Floyd Mayweather really had Gervonta ducking Tevin Farmer, okay, and Floyd Mayweather actually stopped the Tevin Farmer fight from happening, that's the biggest joke of my life. Okay? Gervonta shouldn't go 3 rounds with Tevin Farmer. Anybody with a boxing brain knew it outside of Philadelphia. They gonna ride for that guy, right? You know what I'm saying? If Mayweather, if that give you a lot of insight on Mayweather as a promoter. If Mayweather didn't believe Gervonta Tank Davis was ready to fight Tevin Farmer, or if he marinated that fight, Tank Davis might as well just fight for the check for the rest of his life. He might as well just try to get high priced fights. At the end of the day, he running from Lomachenko. Okay, he didn't want to fight Javier Fortuna. They was on the same card where Mares got him pull out, or he was ready to fight. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to fight Machado. They don't want to fight the dude that beat him, Casino, whatever his name is. And they scared. They don't want to fight Burchett. And they scared to fight Tevin Farmer. They didn't believe Gervonta Tank Davis can go to the zone, knock out Tevin Farmer, and become a unified champion. All of a sudden, Tevin Farmer been calling him out all since he got the belt. He said get a belt. And you telling me they didn't believe in Gervonta Tank Davis beating Tevin Farmer. And you gonna try to tell me Floyd gonna try to sell Tevin Farmer as a pay-per-view? This has got to be the biggest joke. Floyd Mayweather is perhaps, right after Eddie Hearn, he's perhaps the worst boxing promoter. If Eddie Hearn wasn't the worst boxing promoter in boxing, in history, in my opinion, Floyd Mayweather would be the worst promoter. That would be the worst promoter to have. All it is about him, I've been in the game for 20 years. This is how it's all about him. He don't promote his fighters. He don't keep his fighters active. He got prospects like Richard Hitchison, who ain't fighting, who want to fight better opposition than what he fighting. Mayweather gonna hold you back. Real talk. If the truth about this Farmer fight is that's an easy fight. That's a tune-up. That's a tune-up. That's a glorified tune-up for Tank. And for them to charge us $1, let alone $75, I don't care if Jer Hurd and J-Rock and Marvin and Martian and Daffy Duck on the undercard. Ain't no way in hell nobody paying $80 for that. His family may stream that. Tevin and Tank family may stream that. That's by far the biggest joke in boxing. We can pay $20 on the zone and they can get paid what they probably go make a pay-per-view. Or they can put it on Showtime pay-per-view and we could pay 4 times more than that, and that's $80, if not more, $85. Just throw the whole Tank Davis away. Just take him away from boxing. It sounds like we got a light-skinned Triple G on our hands. With him being with Mayweather. It sounds like we got a light-skinned Triple G on our hands. It sounds like we got the super featherweight version of Triple G. Do all this talking. He talk all this. I knock out middleweights. I knock out heavyweights. I'm a bigger puncher than Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder is a time girl. He fight like a time girl. Terrence Crawford ain't that good, but Canelo was the best fighter I ever seen, Raccoon self. He say all this shit, this little, 5'5", butterball turkey neck looking motherfucker. He say all this stuff, right? Why don't you fight Lomachenko? If you punch harder than any Wilder, why don't you fight Lomachenko? Okay? If he if he a pound for pound star, why don't he fight Lomachenko? Why are we even talking about Tank? We're talking about Tevin and Gary. If he a pound for pound pay-per-view star, Lomachenko already. Fuck Teofimo Lopez and Luke Campbell. Make the Lomachenko fight then. But when Floyd was mad at him, when he didn't do what Floyd wanted him to do, when he wasn't uniform to the Mayweather rules and guidelines, you know what? When he didn't follow the initiation rules, Floyd was ready to throw him to Lomachenko. I talked to Todd the Buff, top right, and we ready to make the Lomachenko fight. Tank Lomachenko. That's a female trait, man. When you mad at somebody and you make a heated decision, you make a decision out of hatred, out of spite, out of emotion, because you mad at somebody and you want to just kill them and you see red at all costs. That's what females do. And that's how Floyd operating. It's 1 minute Tank want to spar him. 1 minute somebody firing shots at Floyd in Atlanta. 1 minute it's F Floyd, AB and Tank, F Floyd, he ain't nothing, he hating on us, and all of a sudden it's a love affair. Oh, we done made up and this and that, and come on, man. Gervonta Tank Davis ain't got a chance. They gonna cook his career. Watch it. They gonna marinate, and somebody they not gonna expect gonna come in there and pow and knock this kid out. I don't want to see it happen, but that's how I see it. They gonna handle him with care. Put him in bubble wrap, and some big fucking object is gonna pop all the bubbles and crush him if they don't step up his competition. But hey, it's Goodfellas Sports TV. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. I do appreciate the love and support. Please share the videos. If you want to make a donation, that link's in the description. Best way you can make a donate is share the video. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Hub Blaze, at thehublaze.com. Promo code Goodfellow Unboxing. Get you 18% off the 100% all natural products. Lotion, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, deodorant, toothpaste, hair pomade, much, much more. website, promo code description. Check out the Hellblaze, hellblaze.com. Use the promo code Goodfellow1Boxing. Once again, get 18% off. And let me know what y'all think about the video. I'm in the right, I'm in the wrong. You think I'm in the neutral? Some right, some wrong. And it's just my perspective, man. I like the kid Tank, but Mayweather's messing his career up. But hey, Goodfellow Sports TV, CJ.